Thank you for joining us for another ICC monthly webinar. Today we're going to focus on value, positioning, and the fit of ICC within your physical network. Just another brief background on ICC. We are a design, manufacturing, and distribution of software unified IP data networking solutions, including Ethernet switching, access points, premise and cloud-based control and monetization systems. We deliver software-driven solutions that reduce contention while increasing network flexibility through central control of enterprise features. The IP data intelligence engine called ICX engine enables greater elasticity as well as efficiency so that customers have a more powerful tool when handling and building the wave of Internet of Things as well as machine-to-machine communication. The results of an ICC network is increased efficiency, stability, performance, enabling users to increase the number of user devices, better application management, and data flows throughout the physical network. ICC has a differentiated portfolio of products built for current business requirements while adjusting and being flexible for future demands. How do we address issues? Well, we first take an approach of understanding who, what, how, where, and why, and what are the feature sets needed to help fix those issues. So from a who standpoint, ICC is focused on small enterprise, networks with transitory users, as well as managed service providers and hospitality. We focus on content recognition, user and device recognition, type and class of service, as well as user and device identifying profiles. And how do we do that? We do that over both wired and wireless network infrastructures, particularly with our unified solutions that encapsulate both feature sets, whether or not where you're deploying an all wireless or all wired ecosystem. How does our architecture work? From a where perspective, clearly cloud systems are central to this aspect, but regardless of whether or not it is a centralized or distributed platform, our solution is able to be established from an IP data networking standpoint, on-site, off-site, around the globe, around the corner, regardless of the location, geographic harshness of the environment, as well as the routing and policy needed. From a why perspective, focused on today's market of growing IoT and mobile devices, we clearly focus on performance, having a unified ecosystem. Security is central to us, as well as simplicity to enable the user greater use of their actual system and feature sets. There are a number of advanced feature sets that are also focused on that enable and also help resolve contention issues, and those feature sets can be found in any number of the ICC networking solution platforms. So why don't we take a look at what those platforms are? So those platforms range from small, medium, enterprise, MDU, as well as community, muni, and campus-wide systems. The Unified Access Device, or UADOS operating system, is really focused on that small to medium and MDU space where you have multiple access points being deployed in an all-wireless environment managed by a centralized cloud ecosystem. This is a very cost-effective all Wave 1 802.11ac as well as Wave 2 802.11ac access points, and focused on that cost-conscious but yet simple to deploy user. The ACS controller, or Access Control System controller, is focused on all market segments, small, medium, enterprise, MDU, as well as community. These devices are full Layer 3 devices with wireless LAN controllers encapsulated within the actual devices themselves, enabling for a full deployment from on-site, off-site, virtualized ecosystems with high performance capabilities with Wave 11 AC, Wave 1, Wave 2, 3x3 access points to be deployed at the end client location. ICC also has a line of wireless WAN solutions for broadband application, last mile, called the Raptor X series. The Raptor X series is really focused on long distance, non-line of sight through harsh environments, VHF, UHF, or white space technology. This allows the user to be able to penetrate through thick walls, go long distances up to 30 to 40 miles, and allows for growing bandwidth needs over time. And then there's a series of cloud systems, the ICX Manager, the ICX Cloud, as well as the ActiveArc Cloud Management System. These systems, such as the ICX Cloud, is a platform to enable data analytics, guest access with captive portals, ad engine and monetization. While the ICX Manager is really focused on traditional SNMP based device monitoring and management. The ActiveArc Cloud Management System is a system that's launching in 2017 and will be addressed shortly. So, what is the value of the evolving of the business of the IT data connectivity? And by using the ICC Networking Solution, you're able to reduce your costs by up to 35%, with a reduction in initial infrastructure cost, ongoing management, and no fee for advanced feature sets. You also increase performance by increasing the performance of the network by 25%. While some clients have seen greater or less performance gains, these policy controls for content at the device, the user application level, are also, while considering at the same time the bandwidth usage, increases performance and stability. You also have a significant cost difference in the platform, which then improves the customer's overall total cost of ownership and greatly improves the reseller's return on investment by including software at no additional cost. Our controller-based, premise-based control systems, for example, start off with a higher number of access point licenses already included. Our smallest controller, the Link 1000, starts with 16 access point licenses, while the bigger Link 2000 starts with 32 access points already included in the deployment capability of the units. So you're able to not only deploy a greater number of devices, but you're also able to deploy these devices in a virtualized environment with multiple layers of security, management, as well as service features for ongoing revenue. Speaking of revenue, from a services perspective, the managed service provider also has the ability of making 100% service revenue by deploying networking as a service at no additional cost. ICC supports its channel 100%, and in that support there are certain feature sets included, whether or not those are layer 3, PIM, Q&Q, wireless intrusion detection, and a number of other feature sets that allow for greater management of the client ecosystem, but yet at no additional cost to our partners. As we continue to focus on our target segments and target markets from a channel perspective, the solutions are optimized out of the box for the following environments, whether those be small to medium business environment, multi-location, as well as retail ecosystems, and also public sector. The range of IP data solutions include anything from a feature set, managed wireless LAN, and so that our partners can offer a managed wireless ecosystem, cloud management and monetization as a platform to help our partners not have to set up their own ecosystems and enable them to have a tenant-based system that they then can use for their clients without adding additional costs to their back-end infrastructure. Unified wireless ecosystems over long distances enable our partners to connect multiple locations, making a single environment possible unlike before. So how do we stack up against the competition? Most current vendors today are fairly traditional. They're looking at hardware-based sales. They're still fairly complex. And then there's always the upgrade cycle to be concerned about. They are focused on point-to-point connectivity, connecting point A to point B as their central core business. ICC's differentiation is that we are a unified and simple solution that's software-driven to drive efficiency, focused on content control as well as connecting point A to point B, and as a result, improving our partner's total cost of ownership. From the client perspective, the client is able to get with a more stable network and better operating network environment. The client themselves are better able to have more devices on the same physical network, as well as drive better application usage and increase performance and return on investment. So what are these physical SKUs themselves? Well, the ICC product line breaks down really into three individual parts. There's a unified access device. These are standalone multi-mode devices that can be changed remotely from a service provider environment into a variety of types of devices, whether or not that configuration is as a firewall, for NAT routing, for bandwidth control, captive portal support, and a whole host of other capabilities when developing an all-wireless ecosystem. The ICC controller-based premise solution, the access control system, is a unified mobility, content control, and delivery capability and management system that allows for on-site, off-site management, where the controller system can be hosted, can be put in a data center at the service provider, or at the client site, or at one of their physical facilities, manage centrally, deploy access points remotely, and at the same time maintain a high level of security within the customer's network ecosystem. Because the devices are on site, it's not merely for management, but also for optimization of the network and security, as it supports 11 different ways of providing wireless intrusion detection and prevention. On the cloud side, there is the ICX Cloud and ICX Manager, both of which are designed as individual solutions and options for the customer. So that way, if the customer feels that they want to deploy or not deploy at different points in time, they have that flexibility without interrupting network performance. The ICX Cloud is designed as a data, analytics, and reporting platform, while the ICX Manager is really a device management platform and an alerting platform. The result of these SKUs is that you have fewer SKUs, which reduces your inventory and also reduces your sales training, and also reduces your operational expenses, while at the same time you're able to increase sales and have more services. At the core of the ICC solution is an intelligent software that combines advanced features that then drive performance. Not only are we understanding the content as it comes into our access points and our Ethernet switching, that we have a determination engine called the ICX engine that then is an intelligent traffic cop to then decide on how that information should be treated vis-a-vis other content coming into the system. The result is that IP traffic management then is centrally controlled and to then increase performance capabilities and ensure that no packets are actually physically dropped. The resulting factor is that you also now have a more efficient network ecosystem, delivering to all parties the need as well as the capabilities of a highly controlled and stable ecosystem. So as we said, the ICC packet control system on both systems, all wireless or premise control, we're able to see all packets, whether or not there are a variety of feature sets used to actually see those packets. So there is packet inspection, flow control, RF sensing, different IP data sensing capabilities, policy enforcement from different types of devices, quality management, different types of segmentation of the physical network, validation of security and authentication from a corporate enforcement perspective. The ICX engine itself that actually uses different content flow engine capabilities, whether or not that's band steering, bandwidth management, T-spec, dynamic content control, to ensure that no packets are physically dropped, and thereby reducing the contention on the overall network, enabling greater delivery and sending of content. And then, of course, there's the transfer method and the transfer architecture that enables multiple routing in multiple directions, whether or not data is planned to go out a local broadband or encapsulated, encrypted, and then forwarded to off-site data centers and multiple locations. The result of this technology drives greater market performance as well as business model, which then drives total cost of ownership. By having more devices and better performance in any ecosystem at a lower cost, you're able to then drive the mobile and social, Internet of Things, streaming capabilities, and deploy in any environment. The simplified management and network intelligence through public or private infrastructures ensure network consolidation and simplicity, policy management, and then monitoring control. As a result, over a greater amount of time and as the client objectives changes, you're able to then, as a provider, increase the number of different services offered out over the same physical ICC platform. This greatly improves client loyalty, reduces total cost of ownership, expands the feature set capability, and expands your ability to then deliver other services, whether or not those services can be anything from hosted voice, streaming services, social services, etc., to then enable your client to continue to have innovation and change over a longer period of time and greater value for the overall system. This flexibility of design to address different stages of the enterprise network allows then for our partners to then deploy nearly almost any size network ecosystem, whether or not you're focused on the unified access standalone devices that are cloud managed for indoor or outdoor usage for high density and traffic areas, campus level distributed and ubiquitous wireless ecosystems, or closed ecosystems under private or hybrid cloud environments for a city or enterprise kind of network ecosystem. Providing multiple layers and capabilities from a routing perspective, user level policies, device level capabilities to then change what those devices are at the end locations, and then location and content based controls for presence and splash portals, and then of course the wireless WAN capability from a white space industry perspective. We then drive customer satisfaction in solving client issues, such as here in the policy and ROI transformation at this Mastercraft robotics industry facility where it was deployed in a robotics environment with 190 CNC machines, complex RF signaling issues because of the large number of aluminum and metal in the factories, large open facilities with multiple areas where security is definitely needed between content for the robotics for the employees as well as then management as well. And in that environment was a very simple setup where it was 802.11n technology, high performance N technology used with control system to then allow for seamless high density Wi-Fi. That's policy based, seamless communication between facilities groups, guest and management network enablement as well. The resulting deployment by our service provider resulted in a network as a service to improve cost. Also, it improved and balanced the IP traffic between manufacturing floors, corporate floors, and then showrooms and guest environments as well, increasing the performance over a longer period of time and reduced contention for high data networking environment. In another location where you see more transient types of users is a small hotel where the ICC product line was able to assist this small hotel with its growing demand of simple to use but high performance wireless connectivity, as well as the demand for a more stable guest environment, where we're balancing not only the high number of users and the high frequency of users, but also the limited bandwidth coming into the facility, where we're able to understand how much bandwidth is available, direct traffic based on that bandwidth, and to ensure a seamless transition from the client environment to the gateway, and then out the actual physical gateway as well. So when it boils down to it, the ICC networking solves common problems and we engage our partners to physically do so. Customers demand flexibility to change that changes as their business needs change. Networks enable customers to focus on their core business while reducing risk, including cost, instability, security, and reliability. And then our software-driven content control is the key capability that ensures ongoing business expansion and options for both our partners and their clients. Drilling down to the specific SKUs themselves, as you can see, the ICC product line has a very focused set of SKUs, but being software driven, those SKUs can then be turned into different types of devices based on what the customer needs. It is a far more elegant and intelligent way of managing a network environment for a longer period of time. So on the left hand side, we have the controller based series solution with the Link 1000, which is a 2-port controller system for a small to medium business, focused on having initially 16 access points and can manage up to 128 total APs. The Link 2000 is a much larger enterprise level 24-port full wire speed 128 gig solution with an optional 4 10 gig uplinks that are all independent and can be connected back to a backbone or to individual servers. And then also having combo for SFP ports as well. The Link 2000 starts off with 32 access points and then can manage up to 256. Both Link series are clusterable up to 64 units, so you can have these placed in multiple locations, managing many more official smaller locations as well, with full redundancy and backup capability. The individual access points that go with each of these, but both of these Link series controllers are the ICX 400 series, which is the ICX 400 GAP, as well as the ICX 420 GAP that are 802.11ac high performance enterprise access points. The ARC 2000 series is an 802.11n series access point. That's a dual band, cost-effective access point for more distance sensitive kinds of environments, warehouses, storage environments, and cost sensitive customers. The ICX 200 series are high power, low cost 802.11n 2x2 500 milliwatt powered devices that still are useful in many small design areas with manufacturing facilities that are not using an 802.11ac. On the right hand side, you see the unified access devices, the UAD, the ICX20 series, ICX20 UAD, ICX20 UAD V2, and then the ICX20 UAV UAD EXT. These are for faster speed, outdoor, NEMA box required kinds of devices that have multiple OS configuration capabilities, such as routing, firewall, point-to-point, point-to-multipoint kinds of connectivity over longer distances, with a variety of antenna options, internal as well as external mounting capabilities. The ICX10 UAD series offers high-performance 802.11ac, and just like the ICX20, are both cloud managed with our VX Manager UAD series. There is a small PoE switch that is fully managed, full layer 2 enterprise PoE switch called the Link 5010 PoE that is both AT and AF standard. All ports are on a single side, making it easy for a management to install, maintain over a longer period of time. And then we have our cloud systems for both the monetization as well as the management side of the house. So that concludes our presentation regarding the ICC product line, its value, positioning. It is definitely at the right time when the market is significantly growing and technology has to be combined with the change in how we approach technology. Having the right technology as an early adopter, technology with validation points in the market segment, the value for long-term growth and added application support over time. Keeping your customer loyal is also very central to us, making sure that that you and your customer are able to ensure a longer total cost of ownership and better return on investment. Please feel free to go to our website at www.iccnetworking.com. Call us at 951-934-0531 or email us at sales@intcomcorp.com. Thank you very much, and we look forward to you attending our next webinar.